All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Flex round! Ohio!
Kaiser now on second down. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And got his man, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Protect yourself, baby! Yeah, D! Yeah, D! Right. We got chips over here. Flex round!
Second down, Kaiser. Now he's flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They still can't get it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is T.J. Logan to return it. Spins away. And penalty markers down on the field. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun. They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A beautiful spin and room to run. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A handoff to Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That'll go down as a loss of 8. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Play fake. Kaiser. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Dancing to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Play action now. Kizer. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So a tough spot for Kizer. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
Kizer to throw it. And he's going to go down again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in a run game. No gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he's got this one down to the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
No, check, Patriot! Hurry up, here we go!
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact, and it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A give to Jones, and he'll get nothing out of that one. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Detroit!
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Skirts by him at the 35. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here. Charleston's already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And the blitz does come. And that's incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Kaiser going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 60 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Kaiser. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. Kaiser, third and goal. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking for Shepard deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Parker touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be third and a mile.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's the backup Lauletta. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
I can't believe they let you play.
Hot!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Hot! Hot!
Desperation time on fourth down for Lauletta. And this This is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. Able to fight through one tackle. Oh, and breaks another. This time a spin. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw here. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 22.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go!
Now Saquon Barkley. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Kaiser. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Kaiser. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 94 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Play action. Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
On third down, Kaiser being chased out left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Hot. Hot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finich. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Back to throw now on second and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Kaiser here looking to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do